be out all day and we'll see nothing of him.
He plays the piano. Surely he would sometimes stay at home with us.
We can't expect it, Betty. The men have their duties and we have ours.
But he won't have seen a piano for a year. He lives a very rough life.
Will it be exciting for you, Betty?
Whatever do you mean, Ellen?
We don't have very much society.
Clive is my society.
I think it's time Victoria went to bed.
No, she'd like to stay up and see Mr. Bagley.
Mr. Bagley can see her tomorrow. You let that girl forget her place, Betty.
Mother, she's governess to my son. I know what her place is. I think my friendship does her good. She's not very happy.
Young women are never happy.
Mother, what a thing to say.
Then when they're older, they look back and see that, comparatively speaking, they were ecstatic.
Well, I'm perfectly happy.
You're looking very pretty today, Betty. You were such a success as a young girl. You've made a most fortunate marriage. I dare say you'll be an excellent hostess to Mr. Bagley.
I do feel nervous at the thought of entertaining.
I can always advise you, if I'm asked.
What a long time they're taking. I always seem to be waiting on the men.
Betty, you must learn to be patient. I'm patient. My mama was very patient.
It is a pleasure. It is an honor. It's positively your duty to seek my help. I would be hurt. I would be insulted by any show of independence. Your husband would have been one of my dearest friends if he had lived. Oh, Betty, look who's come, Mrs. Saunders. She's just right. She's been here all alone. Amazing spirit. What do you have? Tea or something stronger? She's overcome. Let her lie down. Betty, you will know what to do.
I knew it. I heard drums will be killed in our beds.
Now, please, calm yourself.
I am perfectly calm. I am just outspoken. If it comes to being killed, I shall take it as calmly as anybody.
There is no cause for alarm. Mrs. Saunders has been alone since her husband died last year. Amazing spirit. Not unnaturally, the strain has told. She's come to us as her nearest neighbors.
What has happened to make her come?
It is not easy country for a woman.
Clive, I heard drums. We are not children.
Of course you heard drums. The tribes are constantly at war.
Oh!
If that term is not too grand to grace their squabbles, not unsurprisingly, she would like the company of white women. The piano, poetry.
We're not her nearest neighbors.
We are among her nearest neighbors, and I was a dear friend of her late husband. She knows she will find a welcome here. She will not be disappointed. She will be cared for.
Of course we will care for her.
Victoria's in bed. I must go and say goodnight. Mother, you look after Miss Saunders.
Oh, Harry will be along in a moment.
How rash to go out after dark without a shawl.
Amazing spirit. Drink this.
Terrible! Are you quite safe?
Oh, thank God, Clive. Clive, I'm so sorry to be a nuisance. How very kind of you, charmed. Have you heard?
There's nothing for guns, I hope. We're all friends here. Oh, yes.
You know, I think I will lie down again.
Ah! Here is Mr. Bagley!
I gave this all some water.
Harry, have you met Mrs. Saunders? She has at the present collapsed, but recovering thanks to the dear offices of my wife's mother, who I think you've met before. Betty will be along in a moment, and Edward will run home to school shortly. He's become quite a young man since you saw him.
I hardly knew him.
Have you any news for us, Mr. Bagley?
No, Mrs. Saunders, Harry. Amazing spirit.
Did you hardly know me?
Oh, of course I knew you. I mean, you've grown.
What did you expect?
That's quite right. People don't get any smaller.
Edward, you should be in bed.
I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Am I, Uncle Harry?
I don't think he's tired.
He is overtired. It's past his bedtime. Say good night.
Good night, sir.
And to your grandmother.
Good night, grandmother.
Clive, I think I should take Mrs. Saunders indoors. I'm afraid she may catch a chill.
Shall I give her?
Oh, that's very kind of you, Clive. I think I'm strong enough.
Oh, dear. a word to alarm the women?
Absolutely.
I did some good today, I think. Kept them alliances. There's a lot of affection there.
Oh, they're very affectionate people. They can be very cruel, of course.
Well, they are savages.
They're very beautiful people, many of them.
Joshua, I think we should sleep with guns.
We haven't slept in a house for nearly 6 months. It seems extremely safe to me.
Joshua, we've gathered there's been a spot of bother. Rumors of this and that. You should be armed, I think.
There are many bad men, sir. Pray about it. Jesus will protect us.
Yes, he will. And we'll also get you a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Betty, come and keep Hattie company. Look in the barns, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Every night.
I wondered where you were.
I was singing lullabies.
When I think of you, I always think of you with Edward in your lap.
Do you think of me sometimes then?
You have been thought of when no white woman has ever been thought before.
That's one way of having adventures. I suppose I should never go in person.
And that's up to you.
Well, of course it isn't. I have duties.
And are you happy, Betty?
Where have you been?
Built a raft and went up the river. I stayed with some people. The king is very good to me. There are a lot of skulls around here, but not white ones, I think. I wrote a poem one night. If I should die in this forsaken spot, then there's a loving heart without a blot, where I shall live, and so on.
Oh, when I'm with you, it's like going out into the jungle. It's like going up on the river in a raft. It's like going out in the dark.
And you are safety and light, peace and hope.
But I want to be dangerous.
Clyde is my friend!
I'm your friend.
I don't like dangerous women.
Is Mrs. Saunders dangerous?
No, not to me. She's a bit of an old boot.
Am I dangerous?
So you are clever.
Oh, please like me.
I wish.
Please want me.
I don't want to want you. Of course I want you.
What are we going to do?
I should have stayed on the river. The hell with it. Who's that?
Only me, sir.
You got a gun now, have you?
Yes, sir.
Where's Clive?
Going around the boundaries, sir.
We checked to see there's nobody in the barns.
Yes, sir.
Shall we go in the barn? Fuck. It's not an order.
That's all right, sir. Yeah, yes.